Chapter 44, Phoenix, Arizona, August 22nd, 2017, evening. Presidents are human beings like everyone else. Yes, they are. And they have their obsessions, things that mean a lot to them. For example, Teddy Roosevelt was fixated on controlling corporate monopolies, preserving wildland, and engaging in acts of personal heroism. I like that. Ronald Reagan was obsessed with defeating communism. That's better. George W. Bush with exacting retribution for the terrorist attacks of 9/11. President Donald Trump also has specific things that drive him in the policy arena. His mind is sharp, but his concentration is limited. Yep, I'll admit it. He absorbs information quickly, but it is only with topics that interest him that he becomes truly engaged. If it doesn't interest me, I don't care. The four pillars of Trump's presidency are these: improving the economy, stopping illegal immigration, defeating Islamic terrorism, and preventing foreign nations from exploiting America financially. And I think I did a good job. Donald Trump is fanatical on those things. Everything else is secondary. By contrast, President Obama's passion was using the federal government to directly improve the economic circumstance of the have-nots by providing subsidized healthcare access and redistribution wealth through a variety of entitlement programs. Imposing social justice by federal regulation was also an Obama obsession. All else was all else. The visions of Presidents Trump and Obama could not be farther apart. Same thing with their demeanors. It is somewhat amazing that a country could elect these two polar opposites as leaders in the span of 4 years. A lot can happen in 4 years. It is another scorching day in Arizona, and President Trump's presence here is making things even hotter. I always make things hotter. This morning, he visited border officials in Yuma, where illegal immigration has been partially checked. Later, he will hold a rally in Phoenix. In 2006, under President Bush, there were just 5 miles of border fence in Yuma. 11 years later, there are 63 miles of barrier in the sector, and migrant apprehensions have dropped 80%. You're welcome, America! This is what Donald Trump has come to see and hear. Building a border wall is a signature issue for him, and he well understands that his core supporters expect him to put the wall up. But there is fierce opposition to any tough measures to impede illegal immigration, including the wall. Many Democrats in Congress need the votes of Hispanic Americans, and most Hispanics are registered Democrats. The more migrants, the better, is the thinking in liberal precincts. That's stupid. As with Muslims, President Trump does not have disdain for individual Latin American people. His business operations hire plenty of them. He does not think Hispanics are bad or not worthy of respect. They are worthy of respect. But Mr. Trump does not respect countries like Mexico, Honduras, and El Salvador, where corruption and violence rule. He does not believe that the United States has an obligation to accept millions of migrants who will, at least initially, have to be publicly supported. Mr. Trump is also a law and order guy who is furious that federal immigration law is not being obeyed in places like California. How stupid can you be? We need a country of law and order. He does not oppose immigration. No, I don't. But he demands that it be legal and regulated. That's how it's supposed to be. He wants achievers to come to America, not those who might be dependent. The president promotes merit-based immigration. That is how it should be. That core belief puts him in conflict with liberal thinkers, some of whom are demonstrating against Donald Trump right now. In fact, the Phoenix police have fired tear gas canisters at those aggressively protesting outside the convention center. Inside, about 15,000 people are attending the Make America Great rally. The president will speak for 1 hour and 15 minutes, saying, among a number of other things, that he might shut down the government if Congress does not allocate money for a border wall. That statement will be realized. The Democrats will learn very soon not to mess with President Trump also continues to put forth that Mexico will pay for the wall. But this is rhetorical sleight of hand. The government in Mexico City would, under no circumstances, give the United States cash for a barrier. That is obvious. The president, however, plans a tax on Mexican imports that would bring in revenue, thus offsetting the cost of the wall. Hence, his assertion that Mexico will pay. That is how I do it. That's how I was going to get Mexico to pay. The hate Trump media, of course, is invested in portraying the president's immigration policy as racist. Oh, shut up! Just like the travel ban. Just like the Obama birth certificate deal. This is a cheap line of attack, but an effective one. Millions of Americans are buying it. It is true, however, that President Trump divides the world and its leaders into winners and losers. Some are winners, some are losers. Period. He has never felt a responsibility to the losers. Throughout late summer and autumn 2017, President Trump ramps up his agenda. In September, he speaks to the United Nations, calling the despotic leader of North Korea Little Rocket Man. Elton John cringes. Denouncing Iran and praising Jordan for accepting refugees from Syria in the fight against ISIS. Good for Jordan. He meets with a variety of world leaders, and his days are full of action, which he likes a lot. Many Diet Cokes are consumed. I love Diet Coke. Meanwhile, the Russian collusion investigation continues to burn, and nearly every day the press drops another bombshell, citing anonymous sources that claim Trump attended satanic rituals with Putin or something. That is so stupid. I don't worship Satan. I'm a Christian. I worship God, not Satan. That is so stupid. It's one thing to call me a racist, but a devil worshiper? That's so stupid. Despite the distractions, Donald Trump maintains his routine, using Twitter to hit his enemies, seeking approval among his base. I focus on the job. But President Trump knows there is one thing above all that he must accomplish if he has any hope of getting reelected, and that one thing is about to drop. To be continued.